I stood in the grand foyer of the Ashford estate, watching my sister Vanessa float past me in her $8,000 Vera Wang gown like I was part of the furniture. She didn't even glance in my direction. I'd arrived 30 minutes early, dressed in a simple navy dress I'd chosen carefully, elegant but not attention-seeking. I knew the rules of Vanessa's world: don't outshine the bride, don't cause problems, and definitely don't expect to be treated like family. Emma. My mother's voice cut through the string quartet's soft melody. She rushed over, her face already tight with that particular expression I'd learned to read over 33 years. Anxiety mixed with disapproval. What are you doing standing here? Guests are arriving. I just got here, Mom. I was looking for my seat assignment. She waved her hand dismissively, the massive diamond tennis bracelet Vanessa had gifted her last Christmas catching the chandelier light. Oh, we'll figure that out. Just, stay out of the way for now. This day is about Vanessa. I'd heard that phrase my entire life. This is about Vanessa. When she made cheerleading captain sophomore year. When she got accepted to her top choice college, that Mom and Dad paid $60,000 per year for while I worked 3 jobs to get through state school. When she landed her marketing job at a mid-tier firm, they threw a celebration dinner. When I made senior director at my tech company at 29, managing a $40 million portfolio, Mom said, "That's nice, dear. Did you hear Vanessa got promoted to junior associate?" I should have been used to it by then. The venue was spectacular, I had to give Vanessa that. Floor-to-ceiling windows overlooked the lake, where the sunset would provide the perfect backdrop for photos. Crystal chandeliers, white roses everywhere, tables set with china that probably cost more per plate than most people's monthly rent. The wedding planner had told Vanessa it would cost $100,000 minimum for 200 guests. Vanessa had laughed and said, "Daddy will handle it." Except Daddy's business had been struggling for 2 years. I knew because IED quietly paid off their $47,000 in credit card debt 8 months ago when Mom called crying. "Don't tell Vanessa," she'd begged. "She's so stressed about the wedding. This would just upset her." I'd transferred the money that afternoon. As guests filtered in, I watched my extended family arrive. Aunt Carol, Uncle Jim, cousins I hadn't seen in years. They all made a beeline for Vanessa, gushing over her dress, her ring, the venue. I received polite nods, a few, "Oh, Emma, you're here," comments. My cousin Rachel walked right past me to ask Vanessa about her honeymoon plans. Emma. Vanessa's maid of honor, Brittany, spotted me. "Oh my God, I didn't even see you. You look nice." The way she said it made nice sound like an insult. "Have you found your seat yet?" "I think they're still finalizing the arrangement." "Still finalizing?" The ceremony was starting in 40 minutes. Brittany leaned in, lowering her voice. "Between you and me, Vanessa's been stressed about the seating chart. She wants everything perfect, you know? Family dynamics and all that." She gave me a meaningful look I didn't quite understand, then fluttered away. I found the seating chart display near the entrance. My eyes scanned the elegant calligraphy cards. Table 1, the head table. Tables 2, 5, immediate family and wedding party. Tables 6, 10, close friends. Tables 11, 15, extended family. I kept searching. Table 16. The kids' table. My name was there, sandwiched between Jackson Miller, age 7, and Sophie Chen, age 5. I stared at it for a long moment, waiting for the hurt to hit. But I'd been here so many times before that I just felt tired. Bone-deep tired. "Oh, you found it." Vanessa appeared beside me, radiant and triumphant. "I meant to talk to you about that. We had some last-minute additions, Tyler's business partners, you know how it is. Super important connections for his career. So we had to shuffle some people around. You put me at the kids' table." "It's not the kids' table," she said, like I was being dramatic. "It's the children's section. Very different. And honestly, Emma, you're good with kids, right? Since you don't have any of your own, I thought you might actually enjoy it." She smiled, and I knew that smile. The one that said she was being completely reasonable and I was the problem if I objected. "Vanessa. I really don't have time for this right now." Her voice sharpened. "This is my wedding day. My day. Can you just, for once, not make everything about you?" My father appeared, looking distinguished in his tuxedo. "Everything okay, girls?" "Just explaining the seating to Emma," Vanessa said sweetly. "She understands. Don't you, Emma?" Dad looked at me with that pleading expression I knew too well. "Don't cause a scene. Not today." I looked at them both, Vanessa so confident in her cruelty, Dad so practiced in his enabling, and something shifted inside me. Not anger. Something calmer. Clearer. "Actually," I said quietly, "I don't think I'll be staying." Vanessa's eyes widened. "What?" "I'm leaving. Enjoy your wedding." "You can't leave." Vanessa's voice rose, drawing attention from nearby guests. "You're my sister. What will people think?" They'll think I sat at the kids' table and left early. Which is true. I pulled my purse onto my shoulder. My mother rushed over, her face flushed. Emma, don't be ridiculous. So you're not at the head table. She put me with 7-year-olds, Mom. It's one dinner. After everything she caught herself, but I knew what she'd been about to say. After everything we've done for you. I thought about that $47,000. The $12,000 I'd sent 2 years ago when Dad's business loan fell through. The $8,500 for Mom's emergency dental work. The countless dinners I'd paid for, forgotten, wallets I'd covered, borrowed money never repaid. I hope you have a beautiful day, I said to Vanessa. Then I turned and walked toward the exit. Fine. Leave. Vanessa shouted after me. We don't need you here anyway. This wedding is going to be perfect without you. I kept walking. Outside, I sat in my car for a moment, hands on the steering wheel. My phone buzzed. A text from my assistant. The Ashford contacted you about the venue contract. Need me to handle it? I smiled and texted back, no. I'll take care of it. Then I drove home, changed into comfortable clothes, and opened a very nice bottle of wine. I was 2 glasses in, watching terrible reality TV, when my phone started ringing. First call, Vanessa. I declined. Second call, Mom. Declined. Third call, Dad. Declined. Then the text started rolling in. Vanessa, Emma, call me now. Vanessa, this isn't funny. Vanessa, answer your phone. Mom, please call your sister. There's been a misunderstanding. I muted my phone and poured another glass of wine. 47 missed calls. 23 texts. All within 90 minutes. I was considering actually turning off my phone when it rang from a number I didn't recognize. I almost didn't answer, but something made me pick up. Ms. Emma Chen? A professional male voice. Speaking. This is James Rodriguez, General Manager of the Ashford Estate. I apologize for calling your personal number, but we have a situation that requires your immediate attention regarding tonight's event. What kind of situation? Ma'am, I'm currently at your sister's wedding reception, and there's been a significant issue with the booking. I've tried reaching you multiple times at the contact number on file, but I was at the venue earlier, I said calmly. I left. A pause. I see. Miss Chen, I'm afraid I need to inform you that the deposit and payment structure for this event was processed under your account, as you're listed as the primary financial guarantor. However, we've received no signed contract from you authorizing tonight's event, and the final payment of $67,500 is currently outstanding. I took a slow sip of wine. I'm aware. Another, longer pause. You're aware? Mr. Rodriguez, I own the Ashford Estate. Well, my investment group does. I acquired it 18 months ago. I'm very aware of the booking situation. Oh. His voice changed completely. Miss Chen, I apologize, I didn't realize, the booking came through your sister, and we were told, it's fine. What's happening there right now? Your family is insisting the event can proceed, but without your authorization and the outstanding balance, I've informed them we need to conclude the evening. They're not taking it well. I glanced at my muted phone, lighting up with another call from Vanessa. I can imagine. Mr. Rodriguez, here's what I want you to do. I wasn't there to see it happen, but my cousin Rachel called me the next morning and described it in gleeful detail. The reception had been in full swing. Dinner served, toasts made, Vanessa holding court like the queen she'd always imagined herself to be. She'd spent the cocktail hour telling anyone who would listen that I'd thrown a tantrum over seating and left. She's always been jealous, Vanessa said, according to Rachel. Can't handle that my life is perfect and hers is, well, you know. The DJ had just started the music for dancing when James Rodriguez stepped onto the small stage, microphone in hand. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm terribly sorry to interrupt. His voice carried across the reception hall, silencing 200 guests mid-conversation. I'm James Rodriguez, General Manager of the Ashford Estate. I need to speak with the bride and groom immediately regarding a critical matter with tonight's booking. Vanessa had laughed, Rachel told me. Actually laughed. Can't this wait? We're about to do our first dance. I'm afraid it cannot, ma'am. Tyler, her new husband, stepped forward. What's this about? James pulled out his tablet, voice professional but firm. This venue was booked under an account belonging to Emma Chen. The initial deposit of $32,500 was processed through her account as the primary financial guarantor. However, we have no signed authorization from Ms. Chen for tonight's event, and the final payment of $67,500 remains outstanding. That's ridiculous, Vanessa snapped. My father paid for everything. My father is handling all of this. Ma'am, our records show all payments came from an account under Emma Chen's name. Your father's payment information declined when processed 3 months ago, at which point the booking was transferred to Ms. Chen's account. The reception hall had gone completely silent. My father's face, Rachel said, went absolutely white. There must be some mistake, Dad said, his voice shaking. I authorized, Emma must have. There is no mistake, sir. James's voice was calm but unyielding. I spoke with Ms. Chen 45 minutes ago. She has confirmed she did not authorize tonight's event. She paid the initial deposit under the understanding it would be reimbursed, which did not occur. As the property owner and primary account holder, she has instructed us to conclude this evening's event. Property owner? Vanessa's shriek could probably be heard across the lake. What are you talking about? Ms. Emma Chen owns the Ashford estate through her investment portfolio. She acquired the property 18 months ago. Rachel said you could have heard a pin drop. That's impossible, Mom whispered. Emma works she has a regular job she can't afford. Nevertheless, ma'am, those are the facts. I've been instructed to give you 30 minutes to conclude your event and vacate the premises. The catering staff will begin cleanup, and our security team will assist with your departure. You can't do this. Vanessa was screaming now, her perfect makeup starting to run. This is my wedding. My wedding day. I understand this is distressing, ma'am, but... Call Emma. Call my sister right now. I've spoken with Ms. Chen. Her decision is final. Tyler grabbed Vanessa's arm. Babe, calm down, we can. Don't tell me to calm down. She whirled on my parents. You said you paid for this. You said everything was handled. Dad looked like he might faint. Mom was crying, mascara streaming down her face. We thought, Emma must have, we didn't know, the guests started whispering. Phones came out. Rachel said she'd never seen 200 people look so uncomfortable. Ms. Chen has arranged for transportation to take your guests to a nearby hotel's restaurant, complimentary, where light refreshments will be available, James continued, unflappable. Your personal belongings will be gathered and made available in the foyer. But I must insist you begin concluding your event now. Vanessa tried to call me. 32 times in those 30 minutes, according to my phone log. I didn't answer. Rachel said the evacuation was chaos. Guests scrambling for coats and purses, the wedding party standing around in shock, Vanessa sobbing hysterically while Tyler tried to calm his furious parents. Someone's credit card declined when they tried to tip the valet. The photographer had already packed up and left, his contract stipulated payment upon completion, and when the venue shut down, so did he. My parents sat in 2 chairs near the door, looking 20 years older, saying nothing. Where are we even supposed to go? Vanessa kept wailing. Our honeymoon suite, also booked through Ms. Chen's account, James informed her gently. That reservation has been cancelled as well. 3 weeks later, I was in my home office when my doorbell rang. I checked the camera and saw my mother standing there, alone. She looked smaller somehow. Older. I considered not answering. But curiosity won. Mom. Emma, please. Can we talk? I stepped aside and let her in. She sat on my couch, the same couch she'd dismissed as cheap-looking 2 years ago when she visited, and twisted her hands in her lap. I didn't know, she said finally. About the wedding. About the money. Your father told me everything was handled. I didn't know Emma had, that you'd paid. The $47,000 in credit card debt. I said calmly. The $12,000 for Dad's business loan? The $8,500 for your dental work? The wedding deposit? She closed her eyes. How long have you been? 5 years. Give or take. Every time one of you called with an emergency, I handled it. And then you'd thank me and forget about it by the next week. We didn't forget, she whispered. We just didn't, we thought. You thought I was doing fine enough to keep funding your lifestyle, but not well enough to deserve a seat at the adults' table. She flinched. Vanessa made a terrible mistake with the seating. She knows that now. She's devastated, Emma. Her marriage is already falling apart. Tyler's parents are furious about the humiliation, they're blaming her, Mom. I kept my voice gentle but firm. I didn't shut down the wedding to punish Vanessa. I shut it down because I was done being invisible while paying for everyone else's spotlight. But she's your sister. And I'm her sister. When has that mattered? Mom started crying. Real tears, not the manipulative kind. We took you for granted. I see that now. Your father sees it. Vanessa always needed so much attention, so much help, and you were always so capable, so independent. So you decided I didn't need a family? No. God, no, Emma. I needed a mother who noticed when I was working 80-hour weeks to make senior director by 30. I needed a father who asked about my life instead of just asking for money. I needed a sister who saw me as more than a backup plan and an ATM. She wiped her eyes, mascara smearing. What can we do? How can we fix this? I don't know if you can, Mom. Not right now. Emma, please. I need space. Real space. And I need you to respect that. She stood shakily. At the door, she turned back. For what it's worth. I'm proud of you. Everything you've accomplished. Everything you built without any help from us. I should have said that years ago. Yeah, I said softly. You should have. 6 months later, my company's acquisition of 2 more luxury properties made the local business news. The article included my photo and title, Emma Chen, Senior Director of Investment Portfolio Management. Rachel texted me a screenshot of Vanessa's Facebook post from that same day, a vague post about fake people and family who abandon you. I deleted the screenshot and didn't respond. My father sent an email, the first direct communication since the wedding, apologizing and asking if we could have coffee. I told him I needed more time. He said he understood. Mom sent flowers on my birthday with a card, thinking of you always. Love, Mom. I kept the flowers. I didn't call. Healing, I learned, doesn't require reconciliation. Sometimes it just requires boundaries. And distance. And the willingness to finally put yourself first. My therapist says I'm making remarkable progress. My friends, real friends, who knew about my career, who celebrated my successes, who never treated me like a piggy bank, say I seem lighter. Happier. I am. Last week, I bought another property. A small lakeside cottage, just for me. No investment potential, no business purpose. Just a place where I can sit on the porch, watch the sunset, and not be anyone's backup plan. Just be Emma. That's enough. Have you ever been treated as invisible by family while they took everything you offered? How did you set boundaries? Share your story in the comments.